Hi, I'm Shannon Buckmiller, and welcome to my presentation. This presentation evaluates In-N-Out Burger using the Fortune magazine's Most Admired Companies framework. While In-N-Out excels in quality, culture, and people management, it underperforms in innovativeness. I will analyze the organizational causes, consequences, and propose a change for using the Kotter's 8-step model. In-N-Out Burger has been known for its operational consistency, exceptional product quality, and strong internal culture. Its conservative growth model has protected brand's integrity but also limited adaptation to changing consumers' expectations. It is founded in 1948 in California and has been a privately owned, family-led organization, including into 8 states with 403 restaurants. Now, Fortune evaluates companies across 8 dimensions. In-N-Out consistently performs well in most categories, but struggles with innovativeness, particularly when compared to competitors embracing technology and evolving consumer performances. Innovativeness, as defined by Fortune, refers to organizations' ability to introduce new ideas, processes, and technologies that improve performance and maintain competitiveness. In-N-Out Burger intentionally resists innovation to prevent brand consistency, which has historically served the company well. However, this resistance now places the organization at a disadvantage in the industries increasingly shaped by digital ordering, delivery platforms, and data-driven operations. While competitors such as Chick-fil-A and McDonald's have adopted mobile apps, loyalty programs, and AI-driven effective tools, In-N-Out has stayed remainingly static. The immediate ramification of limited innovation included reduced accessibility for consumers who expect digital convenience, especially younger consumers who prioritize mobile ordering and delivering. Over time, this gap may weaken the brand's relevance despite strong product loyalty. A lack of innovation can hinder operational efficiency and limit employee skill development in modern systems. Now, In-N-Out is under a highly centralized hierarchical structure where strategic decisions are tightly controlled by senior leadership. This structure reinforces consistency and quality control but reduces flexibility and responsiveness. Because decision-making authority is from the top, frontline employees, who are usually closest to the customer's needs, have limited influences on organizational learning and improvement. The organization's centralized structure directly contributes to its struggle with innovativeness. Typically, it thrives in decentralizing systems that allow experimentation, risk-taking, and rapid feedback. At In-N-Out, standardized processes and strict operational controls discourage deviation from established practices. This creates innovation bottlenecks, where new ideas may pass through lots of layers of approval, but it reduces the speed and the motivation. As a result, the structure reinforces cultural resistance to change and limits organizational adaptability. In-N-Out's culture is deeply rooted in loyalty, tradition, and operational excellences. Employees are well compensated and demonstrate strong organizational commitment, which reflects a healthy culture. However, emphasizes the culture has become dysfunctional when core assumptions are no longer aligned to the environmental demands. In this case, the assumption that consistency must override adaptation may unintentionally suppress innovation. While culture should protect the core values, it must also evolve to support conscious improvement. In-N-Out strongly embodies capitalism principles, particularly stakeholder orientation and conscious leadership. The company invests highly in employees, avoids short-term profit maximization, and prioritizes long-term sustainability. However, conscious capitalism also emphasizes adaptability to serve stakeholders effectively over time. Without innovation, the organization risks failing future stakeholders. Integration innovation into its conscious purpose would enhance, but not undermine, its ethical and people-centered identity. So we want to focus on the stakeholders, focus on employees and customers, the ethical leadership, and the long-term orientation for conscious capitalism. Kotter's 8 steps change model provides a structural framework for implementing innovation without disruption of organizational identity. Creating urgency does not require crisis messaging. Rather, it involves communicating competitive reliabilities and future risks. Building a guide Coalition ensures innovation leadership is shared. There's short-term wins, such as pilot programs, which help reduce fear and build credibility, and it's anchoring innovation into culture enhances change and is sustained beyond the leadership innovations. Out of the 3 potential challenges we have brought up, a cultural resistance to change. A plan to fix for that is going to be to frame innovation as extension core values and not replacement. Employees and leaders may fear that their innovation threatens the organizational tradition and identity. To address this, we are going to have a frame of innovation as a way to protect the core values rather than replace them. Communication should emphasize that technology and process improvement support quality, consistency, and employees' well-being. The values are already central to the culture. For centralizing decision-making, which slows responsiveness and discourages innovation, we're going to migrate leadership that can authority-limited pilot programs in select locations, granting local managers control autonomy. This allows experimentation without a full-scale disruption and creates data evidence to inform broader decisions. And for the third challenge of fear of the brand dilution, particularly concerns of modernization, which compromises the brand's simplicity and authenticity. This can be managed by implementing tightly controlled innovation trials that align with brand values, such as modeling, ordering without a menu expansion. To support these changes, multiple subsystems must be realigned, including leadership authority, communication channels, technology, and feedback. The lessons that we have learned by looking at In-N-Out as a company, it highlights the importance of balancing stability and adaptability. As a manager, I would encourage strategies that empower employees, encourage feedback and support change. I would also avoid rigid leadership approaches that traditional or stagnation. Research supports that leaders who align structure, culture, and strategy create a resilient organization capable of sustaining performance. Now, does anybody have any questions regarding the plan for In-N-Out Burger and ways that we can help it become a stronger company by using innovation?